Welcome to our episode of Bargain Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at Quest for Camelot. Now, I have to admit, I have rather mixed feelings about this film. On one hand, this is a film that came out when I was a kid, so I actually watched this when I was younger. So I have a soft spot for it, because for me this is sort of a nostalgia trip, watching it again recently. So I was able to, sit through it rather easily. But at the same time, it's hard to deny this film has just major flaws that hold it back from being, a truly great film. Admittedly, this was Warner Brothers Family Entertainment's first movie, so I probably shouldn't be surprised that, it had a lot of growing pains. Because you definitely can see some unevenness in the quality of the animation at times, which is why I can definitely look at some characters and I'm just like, what happened to your face, man? Like, seriously, what is going on here? I know that's usually with the side characters, where you have the most issues there, but honestly, that's one of the most visually noticeable issues. The most noticeable issue on the storytelling side that really holds back this film, in my opinion, is the villain. The main villain just sucks, in my opinion. He's just not intimidating, and I know he's meant to be. They want him to be intimidating because, he's mad, he's cuckoo, he's completely around the bend.
You're mad.
I'm so glad you noticed. I've been working at it for years.
You can't predict what he's gonna do. He might all of a sudden decide just to kill somebody and laugh at the spraying blood, because, why not? The mood just hit him. But since this is rated G, they can't have him do stuff like that, so they have to have all the intimidation factor you could go with a crazy character just really pulled back in, which just leaves him as sort of like a bumbling buffoon. Which is not an intimidating villain. You can have fun with such a villain, I suppose, but intimidating, they're not. And this is meant to be like a darker, more twisted, take on, Arthurian lore, or at least bits and pieces of it. But, they just can't commit hard enough to it because, they want to have that G rating because that's how you make your money at the box office. Look at movies like The Lion King, so you gotta keep the rating under control if you want to make money as a family movie. That was probably a bad decision because that really didn't help him out because this film lost money at the box office, like $40 million or something like that. Maybe nowadays, with all the DVD sales and stuff, maybe this movie's managed to become slightly profitable. Maybe. I mean, I know Waterworld eventually managed to go around the curve and break past being even and be like, oh yeah, we finally made money, like over a decade later. Like, yay. Ugh. So yeah, despite what some people say about this being like a big box office hit, this movie bombed when it first came out. Hard. And critics panned it even harder than I'd have. Like everything from the musical numbers, which for the most part I thought were alright, though I have to admit some of them feel like they come a bit out of nowhere. And some of them feel pointless, like when they have Garrett sing that song about, being all alone and on his own, and he gets done with it and he's like, okay, you can come with me, because, Aiden said I should do it. Damn bird. So, yeah. The villain being lackluster in this film, just really hurts it for me. So, while I'm not going to say this is a bad movie, it's definitely not a great movie either. It's sort of just okay-ish. And most of the fun people are probably going to have with this, is like I can go back to, think about when I was like 10 when this came out. So, yeah. That's about all I have to say about this one. I guess we could talk about how King Arthur's rather bland and forgettable because he gets very few lines, doesn't appear much, and doesn't do that much besides, trying to avoid getting killed. Or we can talk about how stupid the villain is for forgetting about, the stone, and how King Arthur apparently built his castle around it. Like, you think he would remember that courtyard with the stone and, be a bit more careful with that arm of his, but apparently not. Till next time, then. See ya.
Two for the price of one. This must be my lucky day.
Now!
Oh no, the stone.